The White House is taking on an issue that impacts many people across local communities. The president signed a new executive order to address homelessness. Scripps News business and tech correspondent Maura Barrett is following this for us. And Maura, how exactly would this change how the U.S. manages homelessness?
Well, Lori Jane, the Trump administration is looking to dramatically overhaul how the U.S. manages this issue. The new executive order basically would reallocate federal funding in terms of how it's used to tackle the issue. But more importantly, it would allow forcible hospitalizations for some people who are homeless with mental health issues. And so the White House says that this is an urgent need, but opponents worry that this measure won't help.
President Trump fulfilling a campaign promise with this week's executive order targeting homelessness. The order will make it easier for states and cities to put mentally ill people who are homeless into institutions. It will also prioritize federal funding for cities and states cracking down on open drug use, urban camping, and loitering and squatting.
I can't underscore how catastrophic it is. It is going to make homelessness worse.
Jesse Rabinowitz is with the National Homelessness Law Center.
The executive order doesn't define what mental illness is. It doesn't define who is set to make that diagnosis. Is it a police officer who's not trained in social work?
Lisa Daly is the executive director of Treatment Advocacy Center and believes sometimes outside intervention is best.
The people who have the greatest stake in ensuring that their loved ones actually receive care understand the need for there to be some capacity to intervene earlier.
Last year, more than 770,000 people experienced homelessness in the U.S., the most on record. That's proof policy needs to change, says Stephen Ide, a senior fellow with the right-leaning Manhattan Institute.
When a problem gets as big as it has ever gotten by the normal ways in which we measure that, and a new administration comes in, you get to change the reigning policy.
But he says in order to accomplish that, the new policy needs buy-in from both the federal and local levels.
Now, this new approach from the Trump administration comes a year after the Supreme Court ruled that cities can ban individuals from sleeping outside. And the justices explained that making this illegal does not violate the Eighth Amendment, which prohibits cruel and unusual punishment. And now, this has obviously been an issue that multiple White House administrations have tried to tackle, invested a lot of money into. But the main point of criticism coming from yesterday's executive order is the fact that the opponents say this doesn't tackle the main driver of homelessness, which is affordable housing. One of the experts we spoke to says we need to prioritize getting folks into housing, and then we can address mental health issues or addiction. Lori Jane?
All right, Scripps News business and tech correspondent Maura Barrett, thank you.